Okay, Owen, I'm showing everybody next to Nolan Arenado, just so I have a baseline for something to show. And one thing that I like a lot about what you're doing is you can see how your hands are going back until your front toe touches. I really like that. That gives us a chance to do a lot of really good things, right? But as you're getting into that position, two things that as you're taking deliberate practice reps in control mode versus the flow game mode swing is two body parts. One, let me get the drawing tool, the angle of your back foot. Two, the space between your hands and your back shoulder. Whereas if you look at Arenado, let's get him into that spot. Oops. Toe touch, there, okay? You can see how his foot is pointing versus yours pointing back. And that's just one of the things that is pretty intuitive, which is, if you're going to try to engage this lower half and your foot's pointing back this way a little bit, that's going to be pretty tough to do. It's something that you might want to try to be conscious of. The other thing that I think is really important is, we always talk about as one of the absolutes of hitting, of having your top hand fist away from your back shoulder. And you can see all of this space that is created. I think that if you got in a little bit tighter, I think you do a great job of getting back as far as creating that stretch. We can't really see his elbow because of the color of his uniform, but we talk about back elbow past belly button. You're definitely there, but as you create that space in this area here, as we come through, and you do a nice job as far as heel down and starting to get into immediate preparation, but you can still see all that space that's between your hands and your back shoulder, and now we have to try to pull it in, right? And right there we can see that our direction's going to be a little bit around. Versus Arenado, as he gets to his immediate preparation, now you can see how he stays connected. See how tight he is, that top hand to the back shoulder as he comes through. Let's get you to toe strike. Versus we can see the space that you have between your top hand and back shoulder, and now you have to try to pull through. And if you watch your chin relative to that intersection of the net, sorry, I missed it there. Again, try it again. That intersection of the net, you can see as you're swinging how your chin is going back and up. Back and up, and it gets your direction a little bit around. Whereas if you watch Arenado's chin, how he continues to go out towards the ball. So, two things, because we're doing a lot of good stuff as far as I think that's synced up really nice, okay? If we didn't have our back foot pointing backwards, and if we were able to close the gap in here to where our top hand was a fist away from our back shoulder, as we engaged in immediate preparation, like that's not a bad move there, other than you can see the massive space that you've created between your top hand and your back shoulder, whereas let's watch Arenado as his front heel hits, and he engages here without his hands moving into immediate preparation. You can see how much tighter his hands are to his back shoulder and how he's able to pull straight through, and we're around and have to try to pull back in. And again, as we watch our chin going up and back as we get our direction a little bit around.